All right, Shalom, first and foremost. Always want to give all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, by Hashem,
How?
Shai. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. And a sincere shalom to the elect out there, all right, that are out there laboring, man. You know, out there in this cold weather this time of year, you know. But we're gonna get on this destruction, you know, just meeting up on the app, chatting, and you know, we're in the time when we're in the beginning stages of the destruction. You know, the destruction hasn't happened yet. Okay, the seed of America's destruction has been planted. Everything that this guy Donald Trump does creates a huge amount of turmoil. You know, there's uncertainty about the economy. Uh, Food stamps are being cut. Welfare is being cut. You know, there's wars and rumors of wars. Seems like every day when you turn on the news, there's something new. But a scripture that talks about the beginning stages of this is 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. I'm going to bring out right now. 2nd Ezra 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. And that's our job. Okay? Because really, when we speak about these prophecies coming to pass, it's not us speaking, it's Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai speaking. You know, that sometimes the best lessons that you do are when you just zone out and just let the spirit run out your mouth, you know?
Hey, I got a precept to when you said it's really not us speaking, it's Yahweh Shai speaking.
All right, bring it out real quick.
A quick point, because that is a very vital point. Because when we're out there on the highways and byways, a lot of folks just think that we're just speaking. We're speaking through our through just our words. This is Luke chapter 1 verse 70. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, and that's basically the point, you know. And it also explains. It also explains. It doesn't explain reincarnation, but you can tell it's talking about reincarnation also, because it says from the world began, you know.
Con, and I mean, what do you people expect? You expect the Most High himself to come down here and start talking to you?
Con.
You know? He has to have a vessel here in the flesh to relay that message to you people, man. All right, continuing on, 2nd Ezra 15:2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. And that's these scriptures.
Mm-hmm.
Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Because in this world, you're going to face opposition from what? The world. Not just from the world, but from the scoffers. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. All right, so don't even worry about them, man. They're going to fucking die anyway.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to die soon. They're getting marked for death, man. You know, every so-called holiday season that passes, like this Christmas, man, fucking that shit'll drive a man of the Lord crazy. You know, you go out to a restaurant, they got Christmas music playing, they got Christmas trees, ornaments set up on all the fucking tables. You got the waitresses wearing fucking Santa hats. You know, you go to the grocery store, they got Christmas music playing. You can't even fucking go shopping without hearing that shit, man. You basically got to sit inside of a fucking cocoon in your house to get away from all this bullshit, man.
Mm-hmm. Everywhere. It's everywhere. It's in a radio. It's on the TVs. You know.
Even the alternative news that we watch. You know.
Yeah.
2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. We're starting to see the very infancy of those plagues hit. Okay, the sword. Okay, which is Esau's slaughter, and man, he's bringing them UN troops into Chicago. He's created this police state that's part of the seed being planted of the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, famine, mainly coming through economic collapse. All right, and you got what is it? You had this certain flu or fever that was killing all the oranges in Florida like last year or something.
Oh,
and now you got a certain disease that's killing all the bananas. You know,
man.
Death and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth. You know, here's a question for you Christians, man. All right, why aren't you condemning this world? Because this world is exceedingly polluted. You know?
Yeah.
With wickedness, man. This wickedness is at an all-time high, and it's getting worse every day. All these sex change operations. Now they're fighting to give pedophiles rights. You know?
Doc, I just seen a brother posted a video about a gay Santa Claus book cover. Like it had two Santa Clauses getting married, and they pushing that on children.
Yeah, they push that vibration on children, man, whose minds aren't corrupted yet.
Hey, also, I got the scripture. I mean, you got some more out?
Oh, yeah. There's lots in this chapter. We can read the whole chapter. We can finish up next couple verses. And their hurtful works are fulfilled. And those are hurtful works, especially on children, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, and that's what Esau likes to do. He likes to push his agenda on the whole world, you know, and that's one of his agendas. You know, he slowly preps things like he makes skinny jeans come into style, and then just little by
uses these celebrities to push that too, that vibration.
Yeah. And it's mad wicked, man. And it has what Esau is doing, he's really attacking your spirit, like your mind, you know, by prepping, by constantly putting it in your face, like damn, it's just also it's let me just get this in Hosea. Matter of fact, let me get this in Revelation chapter 17. This is Revelation chapter 17. And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. All right, and that wine just that wine represents all these philosophies that America likes to push on the rest of the world, and one of those philosophies is homosexuality, you know, and they do it by using the media, and they keep on putting it on the media, keep on putting it on the media until those demons start to get on the masses, you know, and people start to really feed into that into those philosophies, you know, and then the next thing you know, the masses are just rolling with it.
The media is their witchcraft, you know. They use all of their media outlets, music, movies, the news, they use it as a form of witchcraft. It all has a wicked vibration upon it.
Yeah, because all those news stations and everything, all the commercials and everything, they follow Masonic symbolism.
Mm-hmm.
All the logos, you know, all the tricks that they do with all the graphics follows Masonic symbolism.
Hey, and not to mention, I gotta mention that the media is just a form of sorcery. Going back to what the brother Marar said, you know, it's all this electronic stuff, iPhones, or smartphones. Period. These electronics is just a form of sorcery. You know, which is a property of witchcraft. If it falls under witchcraft.
This is when we continue on in this. 2 Ezra 15:7. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more, touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just cling continually. And it's our job to condemn the societies as much as we can. You know, everything about it. It's almost like these people out here, they get sick of hearing us complain about this shit all the time, you know?
Hey, fuck it.
But they're not in their right mind, so of course not. They've succumbed to the witchcraft.
Mm-hmm.
And verse 9, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. I will bring them with a mighty hand, a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. That's how we know this is talking about a different Egypt, America. All right, according to Revelation 11:8, this is the place that is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Okay. Verse 11, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before it, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague, and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it.
That's right, and
for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail with the fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. That's right. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Okay.
Right. Hey, and
Christians are of the world, man.
Hey, yeah, and that's also that's also talking about that's talking about mentally, you know, because we dwell in the world. The elect dwells in the world. You know, Lord willing, we be a part of that number. But it's really talking about your mindset. Is your mindset in this world? Are you following the philosophies of the world? You know, because in this society, it's straight wickedness, and we have to come back to the truth, and just we reprogram our souls with this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So when the Lord comes back, he sees that, you know, he sees that you're fit for the kingdom.
That's right. And the scripture says, "Be ye renewed by the transforming of your mind." And how you gonna do that? You gotta be washed with the word, which is the baptism in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Kadosh.
Hey,
You got brothers got any other precepts?
I have a quick one.
All right, because then we'll continue. We'll come back to this later.
This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet. They shall gather together his elect from the four winds of the earth, from one end of heaven to another. Going back to second Esdras, where it says, "He will not suffer his people to dwell in the land of Egypt. He going to deliver with a mighty hand and stretched out arm." That's going to be via chariot, what you call UFOs, because we came over here with on slave ships, packed like sardines. But how are people going to leave out, which are the elect of Israel, is going to be by what we call UFOs, And now they're coming out saying that we may not be alone in the universe. Apostle Tahar posted a video on that. All right, so the truth is out there. Esau, he's building up different military stations in outer space to combat the Heavenly Father's return.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. Hey, I got a preset. How many minutes do we have left? Yes, Ron?
Let's go ahead. I'll let you all know when we're close.
This is Revelation chapter 7, and I'm gonna start at verse. Start at the top. Revelation verse 7. And after these things I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. All right, now this is talking about the destruction, because really, these nations, they have the nuclear capability to destroy the earth, but they can't do it because the angels are holding back the winds. There's a video on YouTube that one of the nations set off a ICBM missile, and it got shot down by a chariot. So these nations can't it's not in their power to
back you up. I have a quick one. But this is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
God.
Jump down to verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. Because right now we're in the time of war, but it's not the time of the destruction. The reason why they're like that still, going back to Revelation, though, when the destruction of this place is not going to take place until the elect are still. The Most High, he has everything set up for a perfect time and season, even Esau's rulership. In the book of Job, it tells you he had given them bounds that he cannot pass. So once the elect is sealed, then America is destroyed. But it's set up at a perfect time.
Khan, hey, that's well said, brother. I'm gonna continue on that verse, Revelation chapter 7. You got some more on that?
That's the point.
All right. This is Revelation chapter 7, verse 2. Continuing on at verse 2. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea. All right, and that angel was Yahweh Shai. That angel is Yahweh Shai, and he's telling the angels to whom it is given to hurt the earth and the sea. This is verse 3, saying, "Heard not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads." All right, and that's that's the point right there. You know, these nations can't let off the nuclear bombs until the servants are sealed. You know.
Well, that's why Esau won't come and nab us up right now. Because he knows once he comes and nabs us up, man, that's it. You know, the angels are going to start moving on him.
Let me bring verse 4 out. "And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of the tribes of the children of Israel." All right.
That's all that's going to be sealed.
That's right.
The Israelites.
And
I got a quick one.
Yeah. Go ahead, and then I'll get this in Isaiah.
Okay, this is Jeremiah 51, verse 1. Thus said Yahweh Shem Yahushai, power. Behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. So going back to Revelation, that wind is a destroying wind, which represents the destruction, which is going to come in the form of nuclear missiles. Verse 2. "And I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about." When we look up that word fan, it means to winnow, because when you winnow a fire, it grows. So like the whole foundation of America is going to be utterly consumed by fire. Verse 3, "Against him that bended, like the archer bended bow," right? Because he's the first one that bended. Going back to his miracle in Revelation, he said, he make it fire to come down from heaven in the sight of men, because he dropped bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And they've never been the same over there in Japan, right? And all these other nations, they're saying they rousing up. You know, they turning all of their money, they're using that for military weaponry, and they say we're not weak anymore. You know, we got the capability too, and shall empty her land.
That's right, because America was fucking with them all that time over there in the Middle East. They said, "Fuck it, we're going to use our oil money to build up our militaries, man."
Let the weak say I am strong.
And that's wise of them too, because this damn devil, man, he won't stop till he's the last person, and then he'll kill himself.
Yeah.
Right, they can never have enough.
Yeah.
"And against him that lifted up himself in his brigandine, and spare ye not our young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts." So that means everybody who's not part of the elect and they get left here in America, they're going to die brutally, Sarah County style.
Yeah. That's right.
That's right. This is back in 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. The sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." All right? We're almost at that point where there's going to be severe civil unrest here in the shores of Babylon. Okay? And no, we don't live in the Vatican. "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes." Right, so when Trump is out there saying, stop these riots, let's get everything under control and come together as Americans, people ain't gonna listen to that shit, man.
Yeah.
They'll be more concerned with survival. And it's not really their choice, man. The spirits are really going to be working in that day. You know?
Hey, look, hey, Salaki, what was that scripture that you just read?
2nd Ezra 15 and 16.
Could you read it over again, Baba Kasha?
For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Yeah, man. And just look what's going on over there in Venezuela and Puerto Rico, you know, and in Brazil. There's a lot of I mean, that's a prime example of that scripture right there. You know,
That's right, because Salakia.
Go ahead, Doc. You got it.
I was going to say that's right, because those governments down there where Jake lived, they're all corrupt. Esau puts puppets to be their leaders, and then it's fucking corrupt. Like they're stealing from the people. I believe down there during the hurricane in Puerto Rico, they had food, but they weren't giving it to the people, right? And now it's a new article coming out saying over 200,000 Puerto Ricans are migrating to Florida, and they ain't gonna be able to help all those people because their public funding is running out, right? Which is another reason why Rome fell, because they were so heavy in debt they couldn't take care of their citizens.
Hey, and right now it's like the beginning of the prophecies speeding up, because at the same time Trump is starting not to help the UN, and soon the UN is going to get pissed off to the point that they're going to turn on America. But before that happens, the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, has to be implemented. And going back to them cutting off their aid, I mean the help for those Ephraimites down there in Florida. There's going to come a point in time where they're going to have to get in order to get those benefits, they're going to have to get the chip, you know, and that's what it's looking like right now. You know, right now it's starting to look like that the chip is about to start to get is about to be implemented. And I could bring in that scripture, Revelation chapter 13.
Let me finish up in here real quick.
All right.
2nd Ezra 15 and 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be destroyed, shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Well, it's going to get to the point where these cities are going to be locked down. Everything that goes in and out is going to be controlled. All right. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So not only are people going to be hungry, but there's going to be great tribulation, man. They're going to already be pushed to the edge. And starvation is really going to push them over, you know?
God.
And you'll see their loved ones dying.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if they're pushing that chip right now down there in Venezuela and then down there in the tropics, you know, and there's just a media blackout on it, you know.
They are down there in Jamaica. They're doing it.
Okay.
Jamaica, Venezuela. All right, Bitcoin is taking over down there in Venezuela. So the next step is what, the cashless society. Then what comes with that's the RFID chip. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, these prophecies are slowly coming to pass, little by little, and they're prepping the masses with that Bitcoin stuff. So when all hell breaks loose, they can implement the RFID chip. You know, should I bring out the prophecy right now?
Yeah, yeah. It's bring it right out.
Morale, you got a scripture?
Yeah, real quick. This is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 19. I'll start at 18. Matter of fact, I'll just start at 17. All hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water. They shall also gird themselves with sackcloth, and horror shall cover them, and shame shall be upon all faces, and baldness upon all beards. Baldness upon all their heads. All right, especially these people that heard the word and they didn't want to repent, they didn't want to get right. When they asked out, they're starving because they can't go to the ATM and get their money out or do anything with the money that they have, and that's when that shame is going to kick in. That's when these people are going to regret talking shit and scoffers. All these damn demons. All right, when they stomach touching their back and they can't feed their family or their children, or their wife leaving them, wherever the case may be. Verse 19. They shall cast.
Slacky, can I mention something real quick? You just said, would you say that their wives might leave them? Think about how unloyal these hoes are now, man.
Yeah.
Imagine if you ain't got nothing in that day, and then the guy next door's got all the resources, man. Who do you think she's gonna be jumping on at night?
Mm-hmm.
The guy who's got the meat, baby. You know?
Yeah.
The guy who's got the meat and potatoes. And bottled water.
She might set him up so they could kill him and eat him.
I mean, man, women like to be comfortable, man. And as soon as you're not providing that comfort, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
They're going to drop you like a bad habit.
They lose faith.
Yeah.
Verse 19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That's right, because all the money ain't worth shit. Now, how much more, when this economy collapses? Money gonna be like tissue paper in that day. It's gonna be like that scene from I Am Legend. You're just stepping over all the money. It's nothing you're gonna be able to do with it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And
a woman, like your women are gonna be the new bartering system.
Commodities.
Yeah.
But we'll be. Are you done with that? Scripture?
A little more. It says, "They shall not satisfy their souls, neither shall they fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity." So they ain't gonna never be satisfied. That's why cannibalism is gonna come back.
We'll be right back with part 2. Till next time, shalom.
Shalom.